5 years after a massive refugee influx, Germany could now send Syrians back to their war-ravaged homeland, especially those it deems a security threat.
Germany must not be a safe haven for dangerous persons or serious criminals. Those who commit crimes or pursue terrorist aims to do serious harm to our state and our population should and will have to leave our country.
Last month, lawmakers decided to end a freeze on deportations of Syrians that had been in place since 2012. Courts can now decide on a case-by-case basis whether to deport offenders. Germany took in nearly 1.5 million refugees since 2015, most of them fleeing the Syrian conflict. 90 Syrian nationals in Germany are currently classified as a security threat. But some politicians have been arguing that expulsions aren't feasible, as Germany has no diplomatic relations with Syria.
Any step from the departure to their arrival would require third countries. The necessary state contact points in Syria are missing, and I wonder whether the Federal Republic wants to enter into diplomatic relations with the criminal regime of Assad.
Since the war began 10 years ago, 400,000 people have been killed and millions have been displaced. The German Foreign Ministry describes conditions there as catastrophic, with returnees being at risk of prosecution, torture or death. Critics argue that the expulsions of Syrians violates the European Convention of Human Rights and fear that while only criminals are targeted in the first place, ordinary Syrians could soon face deportation too. Some German states regularly deport people who are neither criminals nor considered threats to society to Afghanistan.
This is a breach of human rights with fatal consequences for German foreign and domestic policy. A regime of torture is now being made socially acceptable. The conduct of the interior ministers of the Union is a disgrace to the rule of law and irresponsible. They just aim to make the Union eligible for right-wing populists.
Germany has now become the only EU country to assess deportations to Syria. How they will be handled remains in question. Sibel Karkus, TRT World, Berlin.